I can't stand TSA agents. It's annoying dealing with them going through the airports. I can't wait until that whole process is over because I love to travel, but I hate going through the airports. That's why I've been driving when I can. Like when I'm going somewhere within, I don't know, 16 or 20 hours, I'm going to drive it. So today I'm going to talk to you about the TSA. They are smuggling drugs and stealing from us, all while they're supposed to be protecting us. Who are they protecting us from? How many terrorists have they caught? How much good have they done? Really, how many things, dangerous things have they prevented? You know, that is the question because we know what they've got caught doing. Like, look at this post right here. Of course, I'm going to link to this post and the other one I'm going to show you in the description below. And this one's from 2 years ago. The TSA got busted running a $100 million cocaine smuggling ring. So it was a number of TSA employees. They were baggage screeners. They were all in on it, and they got busted. They were getting the coke from Puerto Rico. If they're selling drugs and stealing from us, it makes you wonder. I mean, is it even worth it? I mean, I think the budget that they have is $7 billion per year. The thing that bugs me is we can't even use a private company, a airline, without having to deal with these agents. And the way that they treat you, making you go through this line, take off your shoes, do all this other stuff, it just reminds you of jail. You feel like an inmate just to hop on a plane. And we all know 9/11 was an inside job. Come on, I mean, I won't even go there. But I always opt out of the body scanner. Yeah, they give you a hard time sometimes. They're like, oh, it's going to take a while. And it may. It may take an extra 5, 10, 15 minutes while you wait on someone to come over there and give you a pat down. I recommend doing it for two reasons. One, this is what I like. One of the recent times when I did it, the TSA agent, as he's rubbing me down, he asked me why I opt out. I said, well, what's the most convincing long-term study you've seen that's shown that it's safe? He said, oh yeah, I know. I don't do it either. So, I don't know what percentage of them opt out, but some of the ones I talk to, they get it. Others, they don't get it. They think it's ridiculous. But from what I heard, it was a guy who ran the TSA. They came up with it. They came up with it out of nowhere. We all know radiation is bad. It causes cancer. They tell you it's like just as similar to being in front of a microwave or cell phone, but I'm not so convinced. These people don't know anything about radiation or health, but so I don't trust them for that. So that's reason number one. But also, if the second reason why I recommend opting out of the body scanners, that's the one where they can basically see you naked, basically, where they can see through you. Um, that can penetrate the body, and maybe the effects aren't noticeable right away, but maybe they're noticeable decades down the road, and we don't know that yet. We don't know what the effects are. So I'm not gonna get into all that, but the second reason why I recommend opting out is because if enough people were to do that, they couldn't do this. They couldn't get away with this. And when you opt out, they give you a pat down. They're like, "Do you want this right here or in private?" I'm like, "Right here. Let everyone see you rubbing me up and down, you know." And I shame them for it. I pretend like I like it. I'm like, "Oh yeah, yeah, no. Well, why do you?" Sometimes when they ask me, "Why do you why do you opt out?" I'm like, I want you to rub me down. Or I'll be like, I want the free massage. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get touched enough at home. Make them feel silly, for making a living like that. Sometimes I'll even ask them, I'll be like, when you were growing up, did you ever think you was gonna be rubbing on men like this for a living? Is that is that what made you get into this job? Anyway, let me show you the second post. This one, it says a TSA agent convicted of stealing more than $800,000 worth of goods from travelers said this type of theft is quote unquote commonplace. If that isn't concerning, I don't know what is. And according to this article, which was from 2012, it says almost 400 TSA officers have been fired for stealing from passengers since 2003. So that's 9 years. 400. It's a good amount. And we all know how it is when you commit a crime, whether it's, whatever it is, stealing, you don't get caught every time. So if there was 400 TSA officers in that 9-year period that were caught, there's probably at least 4,000 that were never caught. So, yeah, I mean, this is, we hear about this all the time, TSA officers. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that the type of people that want that kind of job aren't really the type of people that should have that job. Like, who wants that kind of job? Who wants to, you feel like a criminal when you're going through there. It's so degrading. It really, I get in a bad mood. I hate it every single time. I've even had to, I took a wrong turn, went on the wrong bus or train in Orlando. It's like 1 through 30, you go on this one, 31 through 60 or whatever, you go through that one. I went on the wrong one, came back, they made me go through this whole process again. I had to go through screening again, and ended up missing my plane, and had to fly out the next day, missed a whole day of vacation because of it. And they could have just let me go through. I was clearly on the other side, where it was obvious I had already been through security. So, they just, it's just more hassle than what it's worth. And in fact, not all airports have TSA. I think it's the Fort Lauderdale one. I'm not sure, I may be wrong. If you know of which airports don't have the TSA, let us know in the comments below. But they're not required to have it. They can have their own private security. And of course, the private security is a lot better. So, let us know what you guys think about the TSA. Personally, I hate it with a passion. I can't stand it. I barely get through it every single time. And, they're like testing our bananas and cashews for explosives and stuff like that. I don't even like flying with my daughter. When she was like, I don't know, like 1 or 2, she got randomly screened with the whatever kind of number code that was like, oh, well, you get a pat down. So they had to like give my daughter a pat down. It's just not something I want to do. To be able to travel, I gotta run the risk of having some adult, which who knows? Who knows the mind state of the person? Who knows if they actually get off on it or not? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to run the risk of my daughter getting felt up by some power-hungry weirdo just because we want to take a plane somewhere. And I think if enough of us fight back on this, because see, the thing is, people just, the problem isn't disobedience, the problem is civil obedience. I think that was a Gandhi quote, maybe even a Martin Luther King one or both. But it's because people go along with it. Even if we just opted out of the body scanners, it would not be possible. I mean, going through the metal detector should be enough. Like, what else are you screening for? So, anyways, I won't rant anymore, you guys. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, but also check out my other videos. I've got a lot of great videos, you guys. And YouTube has deleted my old channel, and ever since then, they have been censoring my new channel. That means no one sees my videos. If you're on YouTube and this was suggested to you, let me know in the comments below, because I'd be surprised if they're. I mean, this one isn't as controversial, so maybe they will put it out there. I would love to hear the feedback. If this is the first video of mine you've seen, I'd love to hear how you found it. Was it suggested over on the sidebar on YouTube, or what? So let me know, and like I said, subscribe, check out my other videos. But ultimately, if you really like my content, the best thing to do is to go on my website, sign up for my newsletter, get a free ebook, because YouTube likely will delete my channel again eventually. It's tough. I don't want to censor myself, but you know, I already know if I speak freely, they're going to delete me again. So if that last time it happened, most of my YouTube subscribers, pretty much none of them, were email subscribers. So I lost them all, and I'm having a tough time building it back. So if you subscribe to my newsletter, then even if YouTube deletes me, then we'll still be able to maintain contact. And that goes for any other content producer online that you want to keep in contact with, because the revolution is happening now. It's been going on, but things are really heating up right now with the censorship. I mean, it's crazy times. So you need connection, direct connection to people that are putting out content that keep you up to date with the news and what's going on. So make sure to subscribe to your other favorite content producers email list, so that way we can all keep in touch without a middleman, because the middleman is these big tech giants. They are trying to disconnect the content producers from the viewers right now. It's a battle going on, and if you like the video, if you share it, if you subscribe, you're helping us to win and get the upper hand on the algorithms, which has recently been changed to punish people like myself, the truthers, whereas channels with no substance are still getting featured by YouTube and the other tech giants. So, thanks for watching, guys.